Hey, this is Ashley from A Pile of Ashes. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so today we are going to play with the Faith Impressions kit from Gel Press, and I'm going to do the Scallop one, and we're going to use that as clouds and waves and have a little bit of fun. We're going to use our brayer, our Bible, and mine has some words on it that need to be kind of covered up on the back side. So we're going to use some gesso, the heat tool, and some elements from my Bible camp. The gesso I'm using is Master's Touch acrylic gesso, and it's in white, in a light coat all over the page. And then I'm going to hit it with the heat tool. I like to turn the page and get the back side of it, then you know that it's dry. I also have some cardstock and some paper. This is Hammer Hill, and I grabbed my acrylic block to use the gel press with, and I'm just patting it on the paper. This one's the paper that I'm using right now, and I'm using the cardstock just to kind of clean off my brayer. I am new to the brayer, so it's taking me a little bit of time and to kind of get used to it, and I decided I liked my paintbrush a lot, so I started using it. I'm also very heavy-handed on the paint, but I decided I wanted to take it off the acrylic block and just use it by hand. I added a little bit of purple, and I'll link the colors that I use down below. They're just real cheap, Walmart, I think, Hobby Lobby, probably Walmart. But on the gel press, a little bit of ink does go a long way. However, I used a lot of paint, not ink, but paint. Even ink, it goes a long way too. I've already played with some ink as well. But really with the gel press, it's just fun. I mean, put some paint down, put some ink down, put whatever you want, and just keep pressing stuff. Like, it's really therapeutic. It's really fun. And like, these are like scrap pieces, but I'm totally using those to make other things later, and you'll see that in a little bit. So I'm kind of making waves, is the idea on the Bible journaling page. And here I'm hitting the page with the heat tool again. I have a lot of paint on that page, but okay, so I'm making sure this is dry, and what I'm going to do is stamp some letters on top of that cardstock. And right now I have some pieces of deli paper that I'm using. I'm printing on to make clouds. So you'll see in a minute. I'm going to cut those up, but making sure they're dry. We'll set those to the side. Okay, I needed a little bit of dimension on my Bible journaling page, so I decided to add some white dots, and then those can also act as like bubbles in the water. So here's the deli paper that I printed on, and I'm just cutting them out. Deli paper is kind of see-through like vellum. It's really cheap. Actually, this is not deli paper. This is tracing paper. I got a roll of it off of Amazon. But I decided that you could cut these in half, and they looked perfect as clouds. So I was super happy about that. Super cute technique. Now, these are printables from my shop in the Bible camp, and I'm just using those. This is, I think, day 8 of my kit. Maybe it's day 9, but I'm not sure. But I'm just throwing some different elements down to kind of coordinate. And here's where I'm doing the stamping, kind of the title of the page. And I'm just stamping in black ink. These are the Homespun Alpha stamps from Illustrated Faith with the, I think it's called Black IP ink. I'm just going to cut those out and use these as my letters on my title. very kind of wonky looking look to that. So I'm just going to put those down with a little bit of glue from a glue runner. And I love these illustrated faith pens. They come in a 0.25, a 0.35, and a 0.65, I think. But I really like them. They write really well on top of paint. And I'm making just kind of a little tag, and I'm using the ink pad to distress the sides and the corners, and to give it a little bit of dimension. This is also a gold ink pad. It came from one of the kits way back when, the Illustrated Faith kits, and I liked the gold because it brought a little bit of the color from the wood and the rope that I already have on the page, and so it just gave it a little bit more dimension. I liked that. I'm using these little, they're little stamps, but they click together. I think I got those at Michael's, but it's been a while. So I wanted to, they're like typewriter-ish, and I really like that look. So here I'm just doing a little bit of journaling on the page, and I'm done. I hope you like it. If you liked today's video, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe, and grab your own gel press at gelpress.com. Bye guys, see you next time.